Hi, I'm Margaret Glaspy, and you're watching 101.9 KINK Radio in the Skype Live studio.
Margaret Glaspy here in the Skype Live studio. First of all, thank you for taking time out of your day to join us here.
Thanks so much for having me.
We ordered the Sideways Rain for your arrival. Did you get that as you were coming in? For those of you tuning in online, if you were to look outside Portland right now, it's like sideways. So it's the proper welcome this time of year, right?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're from California, but Red Butte, is that where you're from?
Red Bluff.
Red Bluff
is where I grew up, and
what's the difference between a bluff and a butte?
Right, but I don't actually know.
Either do I. What part of California is that?
It's northern California.
Okay, so you're not too far.
Inland.
Oh, inland. Okay, so it's Northern California. So
yeah, not too far from Oregon.
Yeah, so you get the Northwest feel.
Yes, I do.
You just played Emotions and Math. It's the title track off your album. Came out January of this year. June of this year. I'm sorry. Wikipedia. When I think of Emotions and Math, that's actually every single night with my 8-year-old.
Yeah.
As I sit down with her to do her math problems, and it gets emotional. I'm assuming that's not your inspiration for that song, but you get what I'm talking about, right?
I totally do.
It's pretty great. Like last night was pretty crazy. I should have videotaped it, but I won't embarrass her. This is your third, I guess, release. I don't know. It wasn't a full. You've done EPs before.
Yeah, I've done 2 other EPs. This is my first full-length record.
Yeah, and the first time with an actual record label behind it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there was another. The EP that I did was with Story Sound Records. That was with a record label a small record label in New York. But this is kind of there's the first like full-length debut record in that sense. But I did the other EP was with a record label as well.
But I think every single time you produce them yourself.
Well,
yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
no?
For the most part. Also, that EP was co-produced with a friend of mine, Dick Kinnett. And then, but the other EP that I did is one out of my room called Homeschool, seen exclusively on Bandcamp. And
nice.
then this new one I produced it. Yeah.
Is there in terms of approaching the progression, because 2012 was 2011 maybe when you first put out that first EP, the change of your approach to different records, has it changed as you got more involved with record labels?
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, you kind of progress I know that I've kind of totally changed as a producer and an artist and a songwriter over the years. It's been, I've lived in New York for about 6 years now, and since I've lived there, I've been recording music. So, yeah, it's totally been a journey, and I feel like I'll probably hopefully I'll keep evolving in the records to come.
You cited Elliott Smith, who Portland we have some affinity to because you got to start here, as one of your inspirations as a songwriter. Mm-hmm. Is that something you feel every single day you look at?
Oh yeah, Elliott Smith is like I bow down to him. His records, I'm a huge fan of, and I feel kind of like a student of his in a certain way. I just really nabbed onto his records pretty intensely, and I've always listened to them quite a bit. And this record was certainly inspired by a lot of his work.
You started out musically not on a guitar, but I understand with a fiddle.
Yeah.
Yeah, violin turned fiddle.
Yeah.
And then you also play the trombone. Is that true?
That one's gonna haunt me forever.
It's not.
I am glad that it's haunted me because it was a wonderful experience playing the trombone. But it was when I was in like the 5th grade.
Sure. All right.
So it's going back pretty far. But yeah, that was my school band instrument. And then there was a fiddle program, an amazing fiddle program actually in middle school, actually in elementary into middle school that I was a part of. And that kind of introduced me into being a professional musician. And then when I was a teenager, I was probably about 16 or so, I stopped playing the fiddle and started just playing guitar and writing songs.
So it stopped like cold turkey? Like there's not
Kind
those
of.
days where you pull it out of the closet? And
Well,
like,
once in a while, just to, maybe to show off or something, I'll do it.
all right.
Just to catch people off guard because they don't see it coming. So that's kind of a fun
Sure.
thing to do.
Does fiddle technique play into your guitar playing in any way?
Totally. I mean, fiddle, you're essentially learning. It's total motor skills things. Especially since I started as a young kid, it just taught me to connect one thing with the other, my brain to music that I wanted to make in terms of my left hand. And so all these things that I was doing here totally translate here.
Right. Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to see some more of that.
You want to see some more?
I would like to see some more of that. So let's play. You're at the Crystal Ballroom tonight. Everybody go check out the show tonight. Please have some more music. Margaret Glaspy here in the Skype Live
Thanks
studio.
so much.